If you want to create a one product store on Shopify but you don't know where to start, this video is made for you. In this video, I'll take you from beginning to end of creating your own fully functional one product store with Shopify. This will be very easy to follow for familiar users with Shopify, but also for complete beginners. I'll show you everything step by step. This store setup will work for any product that you want to sell, no matter if you're dropshipping or selling your own product. This tutorial is completely free, and if you just follow along, by the end of this video you have a professional store setup with the ability to start selling products right away. All resources and things I talk about in this video will be in the description down below. So let's get started with the tutorial. The first step in creating your one product Shopify store is signing up for a Shopify account. Now if you don't already have an account, I recommend you to use the first link down in the description below or type in buyhassle.com/Shopify and hit search. This link will take you to Shopify where you can sign up for a 3-day free trial. Plus you get an additional 3 months for using Shopify with all the features for just $1 per month. This gives you enough time to create your entire store and launch it before you have to go on a fully paid plan. Here you then simply want to fill in your email address and hit start free trial. On the next page, you can then set up a password and then you can click create your Shopify account right here. Shopify will then ask you some questions about your business. You can answer these, but I'll just click skip at the bottom of the page. Then here, this is where you want to choose your plan. As shown before, you get 3 days for free and then $1 per month for 3 months. So I'm going to click get try basic. So I'm gonna click try basic. Now this is a really good deal considering Shopify is normally around $30 per month. So I'll fill in my details here right now. So then I click subscribe for $1. Great, so now that we've successfully activated our Shopify trial, we can start building the store. The first thing we're going to do is choose a theme for our store. This is going to define what the overall look and feel of our website will be, and it's one of the most important parts of setting up a clean and professional looking store. Now on the left hand side of the screen, click on online store right here and then go into themes. Now by default, every Shopify store comes with a pre-installed theme, either the Dawn theme or the Horizon theme. Now these are already solid themes, they're clean, minimalist and easy for beginners. However, for this store I actually want to go with something a little different. So when we scroll down, you'll see a couple of free themes that you can start and install on your store right away. Now I'm looking for the Sense theme, so I click visit theme store right here, which will bring you to the theme store. Now this is the full marketplace where you see tons of premium designs for all kinds of online stores, but just a heads up, most of these premium themes right here are at least $400, so unless you're really looking for a specific feature in a theme, I usually recommend just going for one of the free ones. So we can simply go ahead and filter on free right here, and then when we scroll down we can find the Sense theme. So we simply click on this, and then right here it's gonna say try theme, so we press that once again. And then it's going to add the theme to our store. Okay, then back in online store, we can see that the theme has been added to our library. So now what we want to do, we want to click publish right here and then click publish once again. And now the Sense theme is live and ready to customize. Now before we dive into editing the homepage in the website, we actually want to add a product that we are going to be selling first. So if you're selling your own product, you can simply go to the left right here under products and then right here click add product. From here, you'll be able to enter in all your information manually, the title, the description, the pictures and the pricing. But I know a lot of people watching are probably dropshipping, either from AliExpress or other platforms like CG Dropshipping. So I want to show you how you can import products directly from AliExpress into your store. This makes the process way faster, and it also makes fulfilling orders a lot easier once sales start coming in. For this example, I've chosen to build a store around this product right here. It's a portable vacuum cleaner that you can take with you on the go for things like cars. It has solid reviews on AliExpress and we can get it for around 11 euros. Now what is great about this product is that it directly ships from the United States and delivery takes about 3 to 7 days, and that's always a plus. I also found the same product on CJ Dropshipping right here, which usually allows you to get even more product photos. And in this case, CJ actually sells the product for more, but in some cases you can find cheaper or better suppliers on other websites like CJ Dropshipping as well. Now to import this tool from AliExpress, we are going to be using a tool called DSers. And to DSers, I'll leave a link down in the description. Once you click the link, it will bring you to this page right here, and right here we can click on get started, and then here we can go ahead and create our account. Once you're logged in, we want to connect DSers to Shopify. So we simply click Shopify right here, This will then take you to Shopify and to the Shopify App Store. And then right here it's going to ask to install DSers onto Shopify. So we simply do that and click install. And then here we click install once again. Then right here you want to confirm that it's the correct account, which it is. So I'll click on confirm. And when prompted here we want to choose the basic plan, which is completely free. So we click on get started. And then next we need to link our DSers account to AliExpress. So I'll click AliExpress right here and then click on login. Once you've logged in, you'll land on this setup page right here. Inside this DSers dashboard, we want to install the DSers Chrome extension, which makes importing way easier. So from here, we want to simply click install the plugin first, which will take us to the Chrome Web Store. And then inside the Chrome Web Store, we want to click add to Chrome and then hit add extension. Now we just need to log into our DSers extension. So we simply click on the extension right here and then click on login. And then right here, it automatically logged into your account and you're ready to go. Now when we open up the extension right here, it says, please go to AliExpress to import products. So now let's head back to AliExpress and refresh the page. And as we can see, because of the Chrome extension, we got an extra button right here, which says add to DSers. Click that button, then select English, click confirm, and then you get this notification, AliExpress product import success. So we click on open import list. And then from here, we go to import list. And as you can see, the product is shown here. So now we can click on this. And then from this page, we can go to import list. And then right here is the product. And before we actually start importing this to our store, we click edit product right here to clean it up a little bit. So let's get rid of this one. And then from here, go to the variants tab. And as we can see, there are lots of different variants that are not really relevant, as you ship from information, different pricing, and we just want to clean this up. Now I only want to keep the green one shipping from the United States and the black one, so we now can simply remove all the other ones right here. Okay, now I cleaned everything up and I only have the two ones that I want. And now we can simply click save right here. And then we want to click the orange Shopify icon to push the products to your store and click on push to store right here. And that's it. We now successfully imported this product into our store. Now, if we go back to our Shopify admin right here and we go to products, you'll see that our product has been imported directly into our store, completed with the title, description, product photos, and even the pricing. And we will customize all of this later. So now we're ready to move on and start customizing the store around this product. To begin building your homepage, go to Online Store at the left and then click on Themes. From here, click on Customize to enter the Shopify editor. Now by default, you'll start on the home page. And at the top of the editor, you can switch between different pages like the product page, the collection page, and other pages here as well. But for now, let's stay on the home page. You can also toggle between desktop view and mobile view at the top right corner. For example, when I click mobile view, as we can see, it changed into a phone screen. And this is important because many visitors will be using their phones to browse your store. So always make sure your design looks good on mobile as well. Now let's toggle back to desktop. And now on the left side of the editor, you'll see a list of all the sections currently on our homepage. Now Shopify automatically includes some default sections. For example, the image with text section right here, then the featured product collection and also a footer. Now in this case, you want to start fresh and we don't really need the featured products tab. So for that, we can simply click right click and then hit remove right here. And now this section has been removed. Now as we can see, we just have an image with text section and an email section. Now before customizing your homepage, gather as many videos and images as possible you can find about the product that you want to sell. On the supplier page on AliExpress, for example, you can already source quite a lot of high quality images for your store. Additionally, you can use competitor websites like CJ Dropshipping to gather even more product photos that weren't on the initial listing. Now, I already went ahead and downloaded 6 of the images from the AliExpress supplier right here, but I actually know a trick to find more high quality product photos. For that, you actually want to go to google.com and then you want to go ahead and drag one of the products right here into the search bar. And now you're using reverse image search to find better quality products on other websites as well, like Walmart in this case. But here, if you're selling a very specific product, you can also find competitor websites this way that sell the same product, also dropshipping. Now from the pictures that I listed, for example this one, I think this is a really good image, but I want to get rid of the text right here. Now what I do for that is simply by going to ChatGPT and uploading the image right here in the chat. Then I will simply ask the AI, remove the text from the image and then select create an image and hit search. And now, as you can see, it made a picture without the text. And you can even take this further and upload multiple of your pictures. So let's actually go ahead and do that. I'm going to select 4 of these, drag them in here. I'm going to ask it, make a render of this product. I'm going to hit enter once again. Now ChatGPT will make a render of the product we can use in our product photos, which is extremely good quality. Now this is what it made and I think it looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going ahead and hit download right here. Using ChatGPT gives you a ton of flexibility without needing to do a photo shoot. Now feel free to play around with this as much as you want to create high quality product photos. Another tool that I recommend to use when creating custom content for your online store is Canva.com. You can simply go to Canva.com right here or go to the link in the description. This is where I make sure that the photos I use on my page have the correct aspect ratio. Now in Canva, for my photos, I create a new design right here and then go to custom size. And then for the design, I make it 1000 by 1000 pixels and click create new design. On this page, simply open your folder right here and then drag your pictures in here just like this. Now I'm going to open a few more pages right here and then let's, for example, start with this picture. I'll put it here and make sure that it perfectly matches with this aspect ratio, and I'll go ahead and do that with every single picture. So now I dragged every picture into the right aspect ratio, and now for example for these images right here, I think they look pretty good, but I want to remove this section right here. What I can do now, I can simply click background remover. And then, as we can see, it will remove the text from the background, which I'll do with this one as well. Then once we are done here and we completed every single image, we can go to share and then we can download these images all together. And now that we have our content for our store, we can go ahead and start customizing the homepage on Shopify. So simply go back to the theme editor right here and let's customize the first section, the image with text. Now this is the first thing customers will see, so we have to make sure it looks appealing. So first let's click on this element and then right here let's select the picture. So from here by default we have all the pictures already added through AliExpress, but I want to add my own pictures. So I'll simply drag the picture that I want right here and then I click done and now the picture will appear here in the screen. Then on the right we have the option to adjust the layout by choosing whether you want the image to be placed second or first right here. And as you can see, the image changes to the first place in real time. I actually think it looks better for the image being in the second place, so I'll leave it like this. And now let's change the text right here. And here you want to either add the name of your brand or your product name, whichever you plan to highlight most prominently on your store's homepage. For example, if you're selling a portable vacuum cleaner, you can create a brand name around it and name it here. And to create a brand name, I simply use ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, I simply ask, generate me a branded product name for my product, portable car vacuum cleaner, give me 10 options. Then already the first one it gave is Vacuum Mate, and I think that's already really good. It feels modern, simple, and directly relates to the product that we're selling. Now before we officially settle by this name, it's a good idea to check whether the domain name is still available. Now I usually do that by going to the website called namecheap.com where we can check domain names. So here I simply paste in the name Vacuumate and then hit search. And here we're mainly looking for the .com name and it doesn't show up yet, so let's change this to .com. And now as we can see, the domain name is indeed not available. And it seems like their website is not active. Now in that case, I'm okay with setting for another domain name, and the first choice will be vacuumate.co, and we can see that this one is actually available for just $12 per year as well. Now as the other domain name isn't live, I'm still cool with continuing with this brand name using the .co domain name. Now back to our Shopify store, I'm good with that name, so I click on the heading and I simply paste in the text right here, Vacuumate, and as you can see it looks kind of off, the E is right here, so I'm gonna change this to small, and I already think that looks much better. Now to make the name look more official and branded, you can also go ahead and add a trademark symbol next to it. A quick way to do this is by simply going to Google and typing in trademark sign right here, and then simply copying the trademark sign right here from Google, going back, click on the heading section and then paste in the sign right here, and as you can see it shows up. This helps the store look more professional and shows that you put in some thoughts into branding. Then next, under the heading, I actually want to add a little subtext area. So I'm gonna click this and I'm gonna select text right here. And as you can see, we now have some dummy text showing up right here. Now you want to write a short and compelling description that clearly describes the main benefit of the product. Since my product is a portable vacuum cleaner, a great example could be this one. Keep your car spotless wherever you go, no more crumbs, dust or mess. This tells the customer exactly what the product does and how it improves their daily life without being too long or complicated. Next up, update the button text to encourage action. I will change this to something like clean your car now, tailored towards a product, but something simple like get yours today or even buy now can work well, depending on the tone you're going for. So I'll simply click the button and then change the text right here to clean your car now. And now it's really important that we select the right product. So we click on this, go to products, and then select the right product that we've added right here. So when people click on the button, it will automatically take them to the product page of the product. Once you've set everything up in this section and you're happy with the way it looks like, don't forget to click Save to apply all the changes. Then just below the Hero section, it works well to add several sections that clearly communicate the main benefit of the product. These sections help visitors quickly understand why Vacuumate in this case is useful and why they should buy it. To begin, hover over the blue button right here and then click Add Section to Template. And then from here we want to select the Image with Text section and click it, and as you can see it gets added. Then within this section you want to replace the picture and the text with your own content. So upload an image that visually supports the benefit you're trying to highlight. For example, I could show the Vacuumate being used to clean a car seat and then I write a short title and explanation of that benefit. So for example, what I can do is go to heading and change this to portable. And then for the description right here, I'll add the text as well that supports the portable claim. And then for the image, I'll upload one of the images myself. Click on the image and then upload an image from here as well. Then let's also update the button text right here. And I will simply change this to buy now. So I'm gonna rename this to buy now. And again, put the link to product and then select the product right here. Now I would recommend to repeat this process 2 or 3 times more, each one highlighting a different key feature or benefit about your product. So what I will do, I will click the blue button right here, add another section, and I will again select image with text and create this of a different one. In this section, I'm going to say that it's time saving. So I'm going to click the heading and add time saving right here. Then next I'll add a description as well about this claim. Then I will add a description outlining this specific benefit as well. And I will add an image. This is then how it looks like. And once again, I'll change the button label to a buy now button. And now I will make one more. Okay, now as we can see, we now have 3 image sections right here, each showing a different benefit. This one about that it's compact, here one that is time saving, and here one that it's portable. And to keep the layout visually engaging, I'm going to alternate the placing of these image sections. So the first one is set to image first. I'm going to change the second one to image second, so it breaks up the page a bit better like this. And also while scrolling through this, I think that the headings are a bit too big. So I'm going to change these to small, and I think that already looks much better. So I'm going to do it for the second and the third one as well right here. And once you're happy with how everything looks like, and I'm pretty happy with this, we're gonna hit save once again. Then next up, to make it simple for visitors to purchase the product directly from the homepage, you want to add a featured product section. This section will display your product prominently along with the price, product name and a buy now button all in one place. To get started, hover over the add section part and then simply click feature product right here. And as you can see, this is how the template looks like with default information. From here, you want to go to the top right corner to product and click select. And then from here, you want to add the correct product that you just added, which for me is this one. Now Shopify will automatically display the current title, the pricing, the colors, everything right here in this section. Now, if this looks really bad, which it does in my case, don't worry, we are gonna adjust all this information later as well, which will fine tune all of this info. Now, to help your visitors understand just how easy it is to use your product, you can also add a how-to section. Now, this is especially useful for products that have some technology around it or a manual, and it's great for first-time buyers who want to see exactly how the product works in just a few simple steps. And I would suggest doing this at the bottom of the page with something like a live video or a GIF. For this, I simply found this video right here by simply searching for the product name and putting GIF after it, and we can use this video in our marketing on our website as well. Then back on Shopify, all the way down, you want to click Add Section to Template right here. And then from here, you want to select multi-column. This layout is perfect for breaking down your product's usage into a short visual guide. In this section, you can include 3 or 4 columns, which each one showing a step-by-step part of the process. Now in my case, I will just show one column. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to the left and I remove 2 of them right here. And now as we can see, we have just one big one. Now, in case you want to add more columns, you can simply hover over this button right here, which says Add Column, and you will have more. Now, from here, I will click on the column, and first I will upload the GIF that I just downloaded. So I will simply drag the file right here, and then from here, click Done. Now, as we can see, the GIF has been added to the column. Then next, I would like to remove the multi-column text right here. So we click on this and then we can simply empty the heading box right here. Next up, I want to change the title of the column right here. So we click on that and we change the heading to how to use it. And then for the description, you can simply type in how to use it like that. So I'll paste that in as well. And now as we can see, we have this section right here showing how to use it with one column. Now there are many ways to make this better. You could add multiple columns right here showing how to use the products in steps with GIFs, or you could showcase this with a tutorial video, which would also explain it step by step. It's all in your hands and depends on how you would like the homepage to look and feel. Now as you can see, we also have a button label, and I don't think we really need that as we already have quite a lot of buttons on the page. So for that, I can simply go here and then leave the button label blank. And as you can see, it also says leave blank to hide, and now it is hidden. Now by default, Shopify includes an email sign-up section all the way at the bottom with a generic message like subscribe to our emails. While this might work in some cases, it's usually not very compelling on its own and doesn't give visitors a strong reason to sign up. To improve this section and increase the number of email subscribers, you should offer a small incentive. A simple and effective incentive is, for example, this one, which I'll show on the screen. Get 10% off your first order when signing up to our email newsletter. This kind of offer gives people immediate value and encourages them to join your list, especially when they're already considering a purchase. Now I will make this text a little smaller, so I'll just select small right here, and I already think that looks much better. And in this case, I think this text is already enough, so I'm going to remove the subheading. So I'm simply going to click this, hover over the trash icon and click remove. Then once you're done, hit save once again. Now to actually deliver on our promise of getting a 10% discount, we have to enable this feature. To do this, you want to go to the top left and click exit, and this will bring you to the Shopify dashboard again. From here, go to discounts at the left side of the screen. And then right here, we want to click on create discount. Now Shopify will give you a few different options to go with. But for most cases, you want to go with the amount of products right here, so we click on that. Then you want to offer and fill in the necessary details like the discount code, so I'll name it VacuumMate10 with 10 standing for 10% discount. Then the discount value, I'm going to put this to percentage, but you can also put this to a fixed amount. Then I will paste in 10% right here, and then we can make this apply to specific collections. Now in our case, we just have one product, so we can leave it as it is right here. And then from here, we can customize additional information, the eligibility, the minimum purchase requirement, the max discount usage, and then most importantly, the active date. So I'll just make it start from today. And if you want, you can also set an end date right here and then fill it in. And once you're done, you can hit save discount. And then once you're done, you can hit save discount. Now you can include this code in your welcome email or in a pop-up message right after someone subscribes so they can use it immediately at checkout. Now setting up automated emails to deliver these discounts is a really good strategy for free marketing and retargeting customers. As email marketing is a completely different aspect, I cover that in a dedicated video on my channel, and the link for that will be down below in the description as well. Now what we're still missing from our store is a good logo that fits the VacuumMate brand. The easiest way to create one for free is once again by using ChatGPT to generate the logo design for you. In ChatGPT, I simply asked, can you create a modern minimal logo for my brand called VacuumMate? It's about the product right here, keep it sleek, design clean looking without the background, and then then it came up with this one. And I think this design has a lot of potential. It has the logo with text and then a portable vacuum cleaner right here, but I think it was missing some color, so I simply asked, please make it more colorful, and then it came up with this, and I already think this looks stunning. Now, if the first version doesn't look quite right, don't worry, you can either adjust your prompt slightly right here, or just keep asking questions like I did to make it more towards your liking. Now, in case you're still not lucky with your logo after a couple of tries, you can also do some research to brand logos that you actually like that already exist. For example, what I did here, I uploaded the Uber logo and I asked, can you create a logo right here and take inspiration from the Uber logo without the background? And as you can see right here, it gave my logo in the same style as the Uber logo. Now you can apply this to any kind of already existing logo that's out there to tailor it towards your liking. Then once you're actually happy with your logo, which I am, I'm gonna click download. And then from there, head back to canva.com and open up a new project right here by clicking create and set a custom size. This time, set the custom size to 1000 by 300 pixels and then click create new design. Then from here, we simply want to drag in the logo created in ChatGPT. And then now we want to drag this that it fits the frame. So I'll do that just like this. There we go. And once we've done that, we can rename this to logo. And now it's really important that Canva actually downloads this with a transparent background. To do that, simply click on share, then click on download, and here select transparent background, and then click download once again. So now we have a clean, professional looking logo ready. So we are now going to upload it to Shopify. For this, you want to head back to the Shopify editor page right here. And then at the top, we can already see this My Store logo placeholder. This is where the logo will appear, and in order to put that there, you want to go to the theme settings on the left side of the screen here, then click logo, and then click the logo and select the image, and upload your image right here. So I got the logo selected right here, so I click done, and now it should appear on the website. There we go, and as you can see, it is quite small, so we can change the width right here. So let's change this to, let's say, 200 and see how that looks like. And I think this looks already much better. We could even make it a little bigger, and this really depends on the size of your logo and how you want the logo to look like, but I think this is already pretty good. Usually between 200 and 300 pixels is the sweet spot. Then one simple but powerful way to boost conversions on your store is the announcement bar just above the logo. We can use this to create a sense of urgency, and right now it says welcome to our store, which again is kind of a waste of space. To edit this bar, simply click it right here, and as we can see, we can now change the text on the right side of the screen. And this is actually a great spot to let visitors know about a limited time deal offer or special offers. So I'm going to change the text here to this. Today only, clean your car for less, free shipping. Messages like this give people an extra reason to take action right away, which can significantly improve your conversion rate. Now you can update the text anytime to match current promotions, launches, or seasonal campaigns. Just make sure that it's short and visible as soon as someone lands on the page. Then to give your store a more polished and professional feel, you want to upload the favicon. And the favicon is a small icon right here that appears in the browsers tab. And right now, as you can see, it's the Shopify favicon or the Shopify logo. This looks very unprofessional, and we are going to replace it with our own branding. So on the left, go back to theme settings right here, then click on logo, and under logo, we can see the favicon right here. Now, usually our main logo is way too big, but we could either choose to upload a simplified version, for example, the V, or something like VAC, just showing the first letters of the logo, but I think we can do better. So for this, I actually go back to ChatGPT, and now I said, great, now only generate me the vacuum without background, without text, and it gave me the vacuum without the text right here. Now we can use this as our favicon, so I'm simply gonna hit download. In this case, we don't need to put it in Canva first. We can straight go to our site, then click select and upload the favicon. So there we go, it has now been uploaded, and once we click done, we cannot actually see it live, but it has been changed. So we can hit save at the top right, and then hit the three dots right here and click on view. Then this opens up a new page of your store. And then right here, as you can see, it's quite small, but we see that the favicon has been updated. Now I could make it a little bigger. Now by doing this, it gives your store a much more branded and cohesive look. Now to finish up the homepage, we're gonna scroll all the way down and focus on the footer down here. This is the part that appears at the bottom of every page of your store. And right now it's really plain, and I just want to add some elements to make the page complete. So on the footer, go to the menu on the left and click on Add Block and then select Image. For this image, we're gonna upload a photo of our logo. Then we go here once again and again click on Add Block, and now we're gonna select Menu right here. And as you can see, they're next to each other, just like we want. But first of all, let's customize the menu. So let's click on this, and I first want to change the text from quick links to just menu. So I will simply change this just like that, and as you can see now it's updated. And then next to the image, we click on this and we click select, and now we upload our logo, which is this one. I click done, and as you can see once again it's really small, so I'm gonna change the width, let's say 310. And I think that looks pretty decent already. Now you'll also want to make sure your footer includes important legal pages, like the terms of service, refund policy, privacy policy, and the shipping policy. These are essential for building trust and protecting your store legally. We will create and link these pages into this menu in the following step. So we first click Save and then click Exit right here. This will then once again bring you back to the dashboard, and to set up the pages, go to Settings right here. And from here you want to go to the last option called Policies. And here Shopify makes it actually pretty easy by providing pre-written templates for most of the important pages, like the return and refund policy, the terms of service, and also the privacy policy. So we can simply click on return and refund policy right here. Then we can select insert template, and then right here it's already a pre-made template, and we want to make sure that we fill in the correct address, make sure the correct email address is set here as well, and that's pretty much it. Now always make sure that this is correct information that applies to your store as well, and once it is, hit publish. Now we can also check the privacy policy, and as you can see it's already pre-made as well. In case you want to edit this, you can do that right here as well. Then we go to the terms of service, same thing once again, insert the template, just fill in the placeholder information right here and click publish. Now for the shipping policy though, there isn't a pre-made template, so you need to write it one yourself, but for that we can use ChatGPT as well. So on ChatGPT, I simply ask, write me a shipping policy for my store with the following information, and then I added some information about the business. You can add more information about your shipping right here as well, and then you can simply hit enter. And then it wrote a basic policy about my input, but you can make this more specific and tailor towards your actual policy. So now simply copy all of this right here, go back to our Shopify store, paste it in right here and click publish. From here, let's go back to the Shopify dashboard by clicking the X button right here. And then from here, we want to go to content and click on menus right here. From here, click on footer menu, and then here we can see the footer menu. And first, I want to remove some unnecessary items. So for example, the search item, we are not going to use that. So I'm simply going to remove that right here. Your privacy choices as well, as we will set it up manually. Click remove, and now we click on add menu item. And then right here, you want to add all the legal pages that we just made. Start with the refund policy, and at the link we want to click on pages right here, and then on link we want to click on this, then scroll down to policies and then select the correct policy. So for the refund policy, I'll press this one, and now we want to do this with all other policy pages as well. So I now added all the pages of the policies, and then I'm simply gonna click save. Now once we've added all of these to the footer menu, we can click on online store once again, and then from here click on customize. And then now on our homepage, when we scroll all the way down, we can see that the policy pages have been added to the menu, and it's now complete. Now next up, to make your store feel cohesive and aligned with your product branding, you want to update the theme colors. And until now, we have used the default colors in this theme. In the theme editor, you want to go to theme settings right here, then go to colors, and this is where we can edit all the color schemes. Now to keep your design consistent with your products, it's a good idea to pull colors directly from your product images or banner. Well, the easiest way to do that is by using this Chrome extension called ColorZilla. You want to install this to your browser, and once installed, what we can do, we can go back to our store, go to extensions right here, click ColorZilla, and this allows us to pick any color on the screen. So for example, I can click on this blue right here, and then we got the hex code copied. So what we can now do, we can go to color scheme 1 and for example change the solid button background to this blue color, and when we hit enter and get out of the screen, as you can see, it has been updated. And now when we scroll down, we can see that all the button colors have changed to this blue one. Now we can also change the text color, so we'll do the same thing once again. And for example, click on this color right here, automatically copy to the clipboard, click on text, paste the new hex code, and now it has been updated as well. Now this is color scheme 1, and I would recommend you to change all of the colors right here to colors of your images. And also really important is changing the colors on scheme 2 right here. Now this is, for example, what determines the background. So let's actually change that and choose a color of one of the pictures. So I'll choose this blue once again. So I'm gonna click on ColorZilla and I'll try to get that blue just like that. And then we go to the background, paste it in, and now when we go up on pages right here, and now this color has changed, but also changed the radial gradient right here, just like that. I'll change the colors right here, and then now as we can see, it shows this blue color. Okay, so I went ahead and edited a few more of the colors, and right now this is how the theme looks like. Of course, you want to make sure that the color schemes align with your branding and colors. Then once you've made the adjustments, you'll notice that these changes apply to all the pages. For example, we can go to the products page right here, and as you can see, it changed here too. However, there's only one page on the store that doesn't automatically change, and that is the checkout page. So we can click on this, and what we'll see is that the colors of the theme haven't automatically updated here. That's what we need to do here. So we can simply click on accents right here. And what we'll notice on the checkout page is that the colors right here have not updated with the theme. For that, you simply want to go to colors right here and change the hex codes of the accent, buttons, and arrow codes right here. So I've now changed the colors on the checkout page to the correct ones. Then we simply click save. Then we go to checkout right here and click online store theme, which will bring us back to the home page. Next, we also want to update the typography on your store to match the clean modern look of the brand. The right font can make a big difference in how professional your store will feel. So from here, go to the theme settings once again. And then from here, we want to go to typography. And then here we can change the font of the headings and the body. Now for the headings, I really like Lato, so I'm gonna click on this, then type in Lato just like that, and then click the right font and hit select right here. And I think this font has a very sleek and modern look. Now for the body, you can go with something highly readable like Source Sans Pro. So I'm gonna type in Source Sans Pro, there we go. And then simply click this one and hit select as well. And this font keeps your site easy to read while maintaining that premium look, but obviously depending on the feel and look of your store you're trying to target, you can change your fonts right here and choose the ones that you like. And once you're done, don't forget to hit save once again so the new fonts and colors are applied throughout your site. Now that we've customized the look of our store, it's actually time to clean up the actual product listing and focus on our product page. Start by going to your Shopify dashboard and from the left side menu, click on products right here. Then from here, we want to select a product that we've imported from AliExpress. Now right at the top, you'll see a product title that was automatically imported by AliExpress or your dropshipping source. These titles are usually way too long, full of awkward keywords, and just look shit. So the first thing you want to do is completely remove your title. Now we want to replace this with something short, clean, and brand focused. And since the product is a compact vacuum cleaner for cars, interiors, and my name is Vacuumate, a great example could be Vacuumate with trademark logo, portable car vacuum cleaner. This gives your product a name that sounds professional and tells customers exactly what it is without overwhelming them with cluttered keywords. Next, go down to description, and same thing as with the title, it's fully cluttered with all kinds of text that's not really useful. So we're gonna simply click Ctrl A and remove everything as well. Now you want to write a custom benefit focused description, and think of this as your only chance to really explain the value of your product to the customer. Start with what the product is, then explain why it's useful and how it makes their life easier. Keep it clear and easy to read, break it up with short paragraphs or bulletproof if needed. Since this is for a vacuum, I'll show you an example structure that you could use. So first the headline, a clean car anytime, anywhere, an introduction to the product, a photo of the product, then here here some information about the product with some emojis, which looks really engaging. Another photo of the product in use, and then perfect for. I would always encourage you to also add pictures to the description, as it just breaks up the page a bit better. You can also decide to add videos, GIFs in the description to help explain what it is visually. For example, here I could have placed a GIF where it will be sucking up dust in a car instead of this picture. Now this is just a template that already works really well, but of course spend some more time on your description and photos than me, as this is a very important part of your store as well. The next, when we scroll down, let's also clean up the product pages right here. We want to make sure that we're only using the highest quality images. Now in my case, I think these are all quite bad, so I'm simply going to select all of them like this and then simply click remove. Now that they are removed, we want to upload our own high quality images that we sourced in one of the first steps. So I'm going to click on upload new and upload all of the images that we gathered. So now we got all images selected and we click done. And as you can see, all the new photos have been added here. Make sure to show photos of the vacuum mate on its own. You can do this also with renders from ChatGPT. Also include some lifestyle photos, for example, it being used right here, some information about the product, or again here in a car. And you can also highlight features. For example, if it has a USB charging port, I can outline it here in the pictures as well. It's also important to arrange your images in logical order. So start with the main product shot, which for me is this one. So I'm going to make sure it's big. Then the second one will be a lifestyle shot, and I'll change this one right there as well. And then I'll drag it just like this. And I think this looks already pretty good. Now, of course, you want to spend some more time finding high quality products, but for now, this will do. Then we move to category and it's set to uncategorized. This is not really relevant as we have a one product store, but it usually already finds and detects what kind of category it would be. So I click on this and then it's automatically set. Next up, we have variants and our image assignments. And as you can see, I have two variants, a black one and a green one. Now what's important here is that each variable product, so here the black one and the green one, is assigned to the correct image. So when a customer clicks on the image, the black version here would show up and here the green one. For that, simply click on the image right here and then select the black one, which is this one. And for the green one, you obviously want to do the same thing with the green one. Now, in case pricing is different, I could, for example, charge $15 for this one and $16 for this one. But for now, I'll keep it the same. And then also what I did in my case, it said selected ship from United States. Now, I don't really think this is relevant for the variants. So I'm simply going to click delete right here and only have the color option as a variant. Then next up we have the pricing, and by default, if you're importing using DSers, it will show you the product price that you have to pay. So this is the cost for me to dropship this item. Now I would always recommend to keep at least a $30 margin. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna list this item for $42.99. I'm gonna copy this as well and paste it for the green one as well, as I wanted to have the same price. Then when we go to the right, we can see available and it says these are the amount of stock managed by DSers. So it automatically links to how many products are in stock at the AliExpress supplier and it will be applied right here. So you will never run out of stock. Now, in case you want to always sell when even out of stock, you can click this button right here, then go to more actions and here select continue selling when out of stock. And now it will never run out. Now, next up, all the way down, to make your product page look more professional and easier to find on Google, you want to upload the search engine listing preview. Right here, we want to hit edit and we want to edit this. Now the page title is perfect. The meta description right here as well, as it simply copies the first lines of your description right here, as you can see, but we want to change the URL handle. As you can see right now, the handle is automatically made from the old title from AliExpress. So I'm going to change this to vacuum mate portable car vacuum cleaner and then hit save. Now we completely and successfully edited and completed our product. The next up is customizing the dedicated product page to maximize conversions. For that, once again, go to online store, themes, and then here click on customize. To switch to the product page, go to the navigation menu at the top and select products and click on default product. Now you will see your updated product page with a new title. And then when we go down, a custom description right here, add with PayPal, add to cart, quantity, color selection, selection. So if we would select green right here, as you can see, the image changes to the green one. So take a moment here to review everything, make sure the layout looks clean, the variant matches right here as I just shown you, and that the text aligns with your brand. Now it's also crucial to make sure that everything looks perfect on mobile devices, since over 70% of shoppers will browse on their phone and access your website on a mobile device. For that, we can simply go to the top right, click mobile, and this is how it will view on a phone screen. Now simply go through each section right here, make sure that it's aligned properly, and if you want to edit things, you can simply do that right here and make sure that it's aligned for a phone screen as well. Once you checked everything, scroll to the whole page and made all the necessary adjustments, switch back to the desktop view and then hit save. Now there's still a few small things we can clean up on this page to make the product page look more polished and distraction free. For example, right here at the bottom, we have this share button, and I don't really think this is relevant at all for a product page, so I'm simply going to click remove right here to delete that section. Now sometimes by default the theme will add all kinds of random elements right here on sections beneath the actual product, and in case that happened for you, simply click the section and then remove. I just improved this section as I think it didn't align properly. But now what we can do here to improve this page, we can add a information section about how to use the product, what's in the box, and some more information before people buy. For that, simply click add section right here. And then we want to add a collapsible row just like that. Now first, let's change the title to something clear and useful. For example, we can click on this and change this to something that says what's included. So I'll change that right here. And then for the content, I'll just fill in the description tab. So I just added that, and this is then how it looks like. People can collapse this and then see exactly what's inside. Now we'll make two more collapsible rows right here and show you how that looks like in the end. To do that, by the way, you can go to the left right here, click on the blue button that says add block and click collapsible row once again. And then I'll do that once again right here. So as you can see, this is now how it looks like. Shipping info with the information for shipping, specifications of the product right here, and what's included. Now let's also change the icons. So for example, I want to change the first one to a box. I can go to icon right here and then change it to box. Specifications, I think that's already good for a check mark. And then with shipping info, let's see if we can find something for shipping. And then I think right here a plane would fit really well. And this is now the section done, which really adds to the feel of the product page. Now that this full section is complete, let's take a look at how it all comes together. With the pictures on the left, the description, pricing, title on the right, and all the way down the specification tab. Now these details right here not only make the product page look more professional, they also build trust with the customer and directly help improve your conversion rate once again. And once we're done, click save at the top right corner. The next step is adding customer reviews to our store right here on the product page. Now, let's be honest, no one wants to be the first person to try a product, especially from a brand they've never heard of. That's where reviews come in. When people see that others have already purchased the product, they're much more likely to feel confident placing their own order. It gives your store social proof, which is a powerful factor in buying decisions. And what's even better is that many customers upload real photos using the product, which helps potential buyers see what the product looks like in everyday use. For this, we're going to use an app called Loox Reviews, which is one of the most popular and reliable review apps on Shopify. For that, start by going to the Shopify dashboard, then going to the left corner right here, click on Add Apps, and then from here, we want to go to the Shopify App Store right here, which will open up the full store. And from here, we can type in Loox right here, then type it in. And then this is the one we want. We click install right here. And then here we can click install once again. Now Loox offers a free trial, so we can actually test it out before committing. So we can click on start free trial right here and then click on this button. And then right here, we want to click approve. And now we can get started with the app. So from here, we can first start by selecting the brand color. So for me, I'll simply change the hex code to my brand color. Then for the icons, I will leave it at the standard yellow color right here. Now we can choose the display. I really like this grid layout right here, but you can also choose these two right here. Once you select it, click continue. Then here we can just leave it as it is, click continue once again. And then here click continue once again and then go to the Loox admin and click on skip. The first thing we want to do is enable Loox core script. So we open this and this will open up the theme editor of our page. right here, and then make sure that this toggle button is toggled on just like this. Then click save, and then from here we can go back to the Loox reviews tab, and now it's been installed successfully, as you can see. Then we can click on add product review widget, and then automatically down here in the product page it added the product reviews widget. As you can see, it now shows sample information with dummy text. Here is how the grid would look like with all of the pictures, the reviews, write the review section. I think this looks really good. Now, in case you want to choose a different one, we could simply click on plus right here, then hover to apps and choose any of the other presets that they have. So for example, you could choose gallery, a product review widget that we have right now. Basically, if you want, you can check out all of these individually and then choose for yourself which one you like the most. For me, I'll stick with this widget right here. And now we can click save, and now we have to actually start importing actual reviews from AliExpress. And to do that, simply go back to the Loox reviews tab right here, click on import reviews, and then select where from, obviously for us AliExpress. And then you want to drag this bookmark into the bookmark section right here in your browser, so it shows up right here. Then next thing we want to do, we open up the AliExpress product right here. So for me it's this one, and then click the import to Loox button right here. Then first of all, select the correct Shopify product right here. We only have one, so we click this one. Reviews to scan, I will leave this at 20. And for the ratings, I'll select 4 stars and up to make it look more realistic. Reviews from, we can say United States only, but I'm gonna select all countries, translate to English, and I want only reviews with photos right here. Then we can click preview and import. Now you only see all the reviews that match your filters. Now we need to go through them manually by clicking on import or reject on certain reviews that you like and don't like. So I'll click import, import as well. For example, I would say import, and here I could say reject, so it's not added. And now you want to do this until you've added all of them. So I actually added all of the available reviews on this section. Then we can click the X right here. And now we can go back to our store right here, and then we refresh the page. And then once we take a look again, as you can see, the reviews have been added to the page. Right now there are 6. People have the ability to add their own review to the site as well. Now your product page looks much more credible, polished, and ready to convert visitors into buyers. Now I also quickly want to show you how to update the menu item at the top of your page, which will show on every page on your website. And by default, Shopify includes home, catalog, and contact, but since we're running a one product store, we don't need all of these. To start, exit the theme right here, then go to content, go to menus right here, and then we want to go into the main menu right here. And here again, you'll see the default items, home, catalog, and contact. And since we only have one product, we don't need catalog, so we can simply click remove. And it's the same thing for the home page. It's not really relevant as we're having a one page, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Now let's add a direct link to our product page in the top menu, which is much more relevant for a one product store like this. So I'm clicking on this button, and I'll change this to product page, and then link, go to products, and simply click on the product right here. Now you could also change the label name to the name of your product, for example Vacuumate, and then click save. Then once we go back to our store preview, we can see that the menu has been changed to home, contact, and product page. Now if you'd like to add more pages, like an about us page or a how it works page, you can do that too. So go back to the dashboard, then go to online store right here, and then go to pages. Then here at the top right, click add page, and now we want to give it a name. So here I'm going to say about us. And then in the content section, you can write a simple, short about us section for your store. Once again, you can also take the help from ChatGPT and let AI write an about us section for you. As you can see, I simply asked AI to write this for me, so now I can go ahead and make this visible, select the template default page, and then hit save. Now let's also link this new page to our top menu. For that, we want to go to content once again, then go to menu, right here go to our main menu, then click on add menu item, and then here type in about us or the page you just made, then click pages, and then select the about us page and hit save. Next up, we will also complete the contact page. Your Shopify theme already comes with a pre-installed contact page, so there's no need to create a new one from scratch. What we can simply do is go to online store once again, go to pages, and then here at the contact page, click on that. And then here we want to write in our contact information. So this right here is what I added, email address, phone number, the business hours, which you can can fill in, and a brief message encouraging customers to reach out with questions. So once again, make it visible and hit save. And that's it. Your custom pages are now live and connected to the main menu at the top. So we now did the full designing of our store with all necessary pages, and we now have to complete some essentials in the backend. Things like shipping, payment providers, and making the store public. To begin setting up the backend of your store, go back to the Shopify dashboard, then click on Settings at the bottom left. This will open up all the key configuration settings for your store. In the settings panel, first go to General right here. This section includes one of the most essential information for your business, so make sure everything is accurate. For example here, we're gonna hit Edit. Make sure that the store name is set correctly, so I'll change this to Vacuumate. Make sure that the store email address is correct, and you also need to add your phone number right here. And then we also have to add our phone number right here. Once you've done that, simply click Save. Then for the address, simply edit this as well and add your correct address right here for your business. Then we have some other store default settings like the region of the store, the unit system, which for now is set to Imperial, but you can change this to metric system as well if you're living in Europe, which I am, the correct time zone as well, and basically all standards and formats. Once you change everything on this page to your liking, simply click Save. Next up, you also want to set up your shipping zones and rates so customers are charged correctly based on where they're ordering from. So again, in settings, you simply want to go to shipping and delivery. And from here, we'll create custom zones and rates. Now, since many stores target the US, let's start by setting up shipping for US customers. So for me, that's already one at the default right here. So what I will do, I will remove these shipping rates that are not relevant for me. I will only keep the free one right here. Now, if you want, you can also add a rate. So we can simply do that. Let's say use a flat rate. Shipping rate, we can say Express. And then, for example, we could say $6. And now it says this will be the preview. Express shipping, 1 to 2 business days, $6. So then we can click done. And that's how it will show. It will show free and Express in the options. Next up, now when setting up your shipping rates, I like to include a second option called Secure Shipping. And to do that, I'll click Add Rate. I'll say use a flat rate, and then here I'll select Custom, and I'll select Secured Shipping. And then for the custom delivery description, I'll say tracking number provided, so it gives them an incentive to choose this option. And then for that, I will usually charge between $3 and $5 more than the other rate. So that, let's say that would be free, then now I'm gonna charge $2.99 and click done. And let's remove the express shipping, as that's not really one that I normally use. This is how I would do it. Free shipping, 5 to 8 business days, order $50 and up, and secured shipping. Now, obviously, there isn't really a difference between secured shipping and economy, but in this case, people will pay a little more, so it increases your profit margin. Now, be sure to clearly label the benefit, like with tracking, with insurance, or priority support, to make it feel worth the upgrade. Then if you want to sell outside the US, set up a separate zone for international orders, which you already have here by default. What we can do, we can click on this, click edit zone, and right now you can include or exclude countries where you don't want to ship. And also here we can add rates. So for example, I could use custom, I'll say free shipping right here as well, $0. And now again, this will be an option that they can choose from. And it works exactly the same way as domestic shipping. You can add your prices right here and it will show up per country that they select. Now, once you're happy, click save at the top. Next thing is that we need to set up tax settings properly. It is important to stay compliant and avoid surprises when collecting payments. Now, Shopify gives you full control over how taxes are applied based on where you sell and where your customers are located. So from the settings, simply go one step down to taxes and duties. Now, Shopify automatically detects your store's location and may already have a default region set up. And from here, you want to select the correct region from where your store is located and mainly to where you're setting. So for me, the United States. So I'll click on this. And then right here, Shopify already gives you advice. Based on your store's data in Shopify, you have no sales tax liabilities. New liabilities will appear here. Now, in case you are based in another country, for example, you're based in the European Union, you can set up the taxes from here as well. If you're not required to collect taxes in your country or region, you can leave taxes disabled for now, but it's your responsibility to know your local tax laws. The next up, also in the settings tab, is payments. Now, before your store can accept orders, you need to set up a payment gateway, and this is how you get paid when someone makes a purchase. And the first option you'll most likely see is Shopify Payments. And if Shopify Payments is available in your country, this is the easiest and most reliable option. Simply click on Activate Shopify Payments. Then from here, you need to fill in your business and banking information. Simply follow the steps. This will include things like your legal name, address, bank account. Simply make sure that everything is accurate. It's really easy to follow right here. And once you've filled in everything, you will have Shopify Payments set up. Now, in case Shopify Payments isn't available in your country, or you just want to use a different payment provider, that's no problem. You can still set it up easily. Under Shopify Payments, you want to click on See All Other Providers. And then from here, you can also use third-party payment providers like Authorize.net or Braintree. So let's say I want to use Braintree, I can click on it. And from here, I can do the account creation on Braintree as well. And once you're done, you can successfully collect payments using this payment provider. The next thing we want to take care of is setting up a custom domain name for our Shopify store. And right now, when you preview your website, you'll see a very ugly domain name right here with myshopify.com in between. Now, this is totally fine for testing and building your store, but let's be honest, it doesn't look professional at all, and it's not something you want to send traffic to. So let's go ahead and upgrade to a clean branded domain name. This will instantly make your store feel more trustworthy and ready for real customers. So from the Shopify setting tabs, once again, you want to go ahead and go to domains. Then right here you'll have two options. Either connect an existing domain. If you've already purchased the domain from providers like GoDaddy or Namecheap, you can do that here. Or you can buy a domain name here. This saves a lot of time and hassle by simply ordering the domain name within Shopify itself. So that's what we will do. And since I already checked that my brand name Vacuumate is available as domain name but not for .com, I will choose a different one. Now first I said that vacuumate.co is a really good option, and I think it is, but also vacuumate.store or vacuumate.shop is available as well, and I think that's also perfect to go with. It's only $9 for the first year and it does the job, so I'll click buy right here. Once you then pick your domain name, you want to fill in all your information right here and click buy domain, so I'll fill in my information right now. So I now added my information and I click buy domain. Then we get this message, you've purchased a new domain name, so we can click on see domain status. And we also received an email saying it can take up to 48 hours to work on all devices and web browsers, as this usually takes some time. So back at the domain settings, as we can see right now, it's verifying. This can take some time. When we click on view and view the website, we can see it's not live yet, but this usually takes no more than a couple minutes. Okay, it took about 10 minutes. Now the actual new domain name is live, and we can now view the website with the new domain name. Now that was everything on the settings tab. We can now go back to the Shopify dashboard by clicking X, and from here go to online store and click on preferences. And first we have store access, which I'll get to later. First let's focus on social sharing, image and SEO. This is basically what shows up in the Google results when people search for your website. So for the homepage title, I will change this to Vacuumate, portable car vacuum cleaner, and I'll add a short description. There we go, and we also want to add an image that outlines your product. So I simply added this photo right here. Then also what we can do right here, which is really useful, language, display the language that matches a visitor's browser when available. So this is especially useful when you're also targeting worldwide for countries where English is not the main language. So for me, this is not really relevant as this store is mainly targeted for the US. Then once you're done right here, click on save. The next step is to publish our store to the public so customers can actually go and buy our products. For that, we want to go to online store right here, and here it says your online store is password protected. If you've already chosen your plan, which we have, you can simply click remove password, and now the website is live. Here we can see the online store is open to everyone. We can simply click view store right here, and now we can view it without any restrictions, and anyone else can as well. And now that our store is live, it's essential to test the full shopping experience. Go to the contact page, go to the product page, try to add the product to cart, then click on checkout right here and basically see if everything is working. You don't actually need to buy the product yourself, but just try to see if you can find any design flaws or things that don't work. This quick check helps catch any layout issues or broken elements before customers arrive. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials just like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you an amazing rest of your day. Good luck with your store.